I'm actually gonna give this head away. So I'm gonna give this head away. I'm gonna make a YouTube video. Comment you like, do whatever you want. You'll be entered to win this head, okay? I don't care where you live, any country in the world, I will mail it to you. As long as I can mail this there, I don't care. For free. How's it going, YouTube? Nick Morris here again with another video. Today's video is gonna be a little different. It's not really gonna be about fishing. It's gonna be like the other video. Weather's been crap over here, had me able to go fishing. But I'm gonna show you how to skirt a trolling lure. And there's not too many of you guys out there that know how to do it. I'm sure, you know, everybody does it a little different. Hawaii, we do it a little different than how you do it in like Florida and wherever else. But I'll show you how I skirt it, how I learned from my dad and how I do it. So we're gonna be skirting this. Let's see if we can get some focus on there. This 9-inch cherry bomb. I actually made this lure myself. The color is actually inspired by the name of John Lau. He makes these crazy like colored heads where he makes like all different marble colors in there, and that really inspired me. Mine doesn't look as good as his, the marbling and stuff, but it's still super nice. But this is definitely a color inspired by John Lau. I did not come up with this color scheme myself. I'm gonna show you how we skirt it Hawaii style. It's a little different than mainland, but you know, maybe you can adapt it to your style of doing it. So a couple things are gonna be required to actually tie lure. I'm sure there's other things you can use, but this is what I tend to use. First, you need a lure. That's automatic. You need a lure. Some wax thread. You can use dental floss if you need. I think this is just these are for baiting like ballyhoo and stuff. Scissors, a sharp razor blade, and a skirt for whatever size lure is. So that's a 9-inch lure. So I have two usually 9-inch skirts, and of course the famous lubricant. Some people use silicone, some people use WD-40, whatever else. I literally use water-based lubricant. I know it leaves no residue behind or anything, and it makes it super easy to get on. A couple of things I left out. Some clear plastic tubing. This is to actually go on the lure, line saver, and a lighter. I like to do this before the lure gets the skirts on it. It's going to make it a lot more easier. What we'll do is we'll shove it through the back, right? Line straight through the back of the lure. And then the end is sticking out. You see that? Let me see that. Should pick up. We're just gonna burn that end. Just so it doesn't slide out. And the reason you do this is that the brass tubing that the lures are made on, after the lure makers make them, they're extremely sharp on the edges. You don't want to cut into your line when you have a big fish on or something. So I kind of burned it at the same angle. Let me see it. At the same angle as the head. So when I pull it in, it'll match. I'm not going to have a big bump or anything. And there you go. It pretty much matches. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. The back end is easy. The back end, just cut it fairly close. Cut it close. You see it right there. And I'm just gonna burn that in also. This doesn't really matter too much how nice you burn it. I like to burn the front end nice though. I'm gonna smash it down. And what you can do is if you burn it, if the hole's too small to get your line through, which it shouldn't be, but if it is, you just stick a hook in there and it'll open it right back up. So this is ready to go already, right? So now when you get skirting a lure, what you want to do is you want to start with the back side first, okay? The back of the head first. So what we're going to put on is this orange, yellow, white skirt. This is going to be the back. The back of the head, but the inside color. Another way where you can actually tell the colors the way they're gonna look, if they're gonna come out the way you want them, is I got these two skirts right here. This is what I want to skirt. I want this blue on top, and I want the orange on the bottom. So what you do is you take it, you fold it by itself, right? So it's folded. You take this skirt, you flip it inside out, and you put the other skirt into it, like so. When you put it down, it gives you a rough idea of how it's gonna look. So I like that color scheme with this head. Well, I'm with the skirt now. I'm gonna put it on this head, right? I'm gonna put on this back tail. What you have to do is cut right here, about 1.5 inches off the top, kind of like right in the middle almost. Just use the scissors for this. Smash down, kind of get it straight. Go out there, just cut. We're just gonna shove it in here. And this lure, we're gonna shove it in here. A little finagling, it should be again with no problem at all. Now, one thing that I've noticed after doing this for a while is I like to make sure the lure lays flat. The skirts are straight to the head. Because sometimes you'll tie a skirt to a head, and your skirt will be kinked to the side like this. And when you tie it, it's gonna look like shit. It's not gonna lay straight. It's probably not gonna run the best. You know what I mean? Hey, if that's your style, that's your style. But that kind of stuff will irritate me. It has to be straight. From this end to me, it looks straight. Come straight down off the skirt, right? Perfect. Colors all lined up where I want to get them. I got my orange on the bottom, the white on top. Now we're going to tie this. That first ridge is right here, right? And then this is the top ridge. This one right here we're going to tie first. And then we'll go from there. Take your wax thread, okay? I'm going to wrap it around. Like 3-4 good wraps. That's pretty good right there. It's not gonna come off. A surgeon's knot, which is 3 times 2. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna pull it. And I want to get it right on the very top too. That way I know where all my bumps are going to be for my knots. Pull it with just a one-time knot, and that's going to be your locking knot. And that'll lock this guy in place. The wax cord can be pretty sharp. It'll cut your hands. So what I like to do is I like to wrap it around something and pull it, and it's good. Gonna use a razor blade, cut the excess off right there, and put your rubber on the side. This skirt should not come off at all now. Okay? You can't tie this skirt with this here. With this, you can't tie the second skirt with this on here. So I like to do is use a razor blade. I'll cut down. I'll cut it down like that. And I'll cut right against the other lip. I'm not saying this is the best way, I'm not saying this is the wrong way. I'm just saying this is how I do it, this is how I was taught, and I like to do it this way because I like to make it all kind of like flat uniform. So I cut out the razor blade. As you can see, it's a little bumpy, okay? Nobody likes bumps. When I put the other skirt over here, if with all those bumps, it's gonna look like crap. So I'm gonna go with the razor blade, I'm gonna cut those all off and make it all smooth so it matches almost with this ridge on the lure. You can see it. So that's all cut. As you can see, it matches perfectly. The lure is still perfectly straight. It's all flush for my next skirt ridge, for my next skirt to go on. This skirt is gonna go on next, and it's gonna tie it together. If you cut it too far up, okay? If you cut it too far up and you tie it, you're gonna get this weird bump right here in the middle of your skirt. It's gonna be right here. It's gonna suck in, and it's gonna look funny. You know what I mean? Some guys do it. Some guys don't even care, but me, that bothers me. I want it to be straight as I can be. So I'm gonna cut down, kind of far down, at least halfway on this guy, because I want it to come down right off here. That back ridge of this skirt, I want this little bump right here, so when it opens up, it flares perfectly and looks very uniform. So let's cut this guy. The other one we cut it kind of like about halfway, right? This one I'm gonna try to cut maybe a little more than half, just to be safe. A little more. Everyone's a little different, but maybe about half on this one too. Maybe a little more than half, as you can see. Okay, that's kind of about that much. Now this is the tricky one. This is where people get lots of trouble. You have to turn it inside out. Okay, you have to turn it inside out. Now, if there's another way to do it, but you have to turn it inside out. This has to go on this head, and it's big. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be a tight fit. So there's a couple ways to do it. You can use your hair dryer. Take your wife's hair dryer, your girlfriend's hair dryer, your boyfriend's hair dryer, whatever it is. Hair dry it. Okay, make it warm. It'll come soft and pliable. Number 2, you can use like a heat gun. Right, it's real fast. One time, done. Or number 3, what I tend to do is I'll get a cup of water. I'll put it in the microwave. You can see a steam high off there. I'll put it in the microwave for like a minute or so. Watch how much you want it. Do not overboil water in the microwave. You overboil water, you take it out, it can explode. It'll hurt you. So boil it where it's just enough. Don't go overboard with it. Okay, you want to make sure it's hot. So it's fairly hot. Right here, about this much, and you're gonna stick in the warm water, hot water, boiling water, whatever you want. I heard people say this again, boiling pots of water. I just microwave it. Just be careful not to over microwave. I leave it in there to get soft. Like 15-20 seconds. Not soft yet. Put it back in. Oh, it's pretty soft. It's pretty soft. This should be pretty spot on now. It's super soft. I'm gonna put a little bit of lubricant right there. Okay. Bring a little bit of lubricant on this head, and it should go on. Make sure now whatever way you push on is the way you want it to be. I want that blue on the top. Okay. Push it. My hands are slippery. Don't get lubricant on your hands. Okay. Hopefully I miss it. And it's on there. Perfect. And heating up did nothing to it. You know what I mean? Oh, too much. Heating up did nothing to it. It'll come back to its normal pliable texture. This is the tricky part, okay? You want to get it straight because you don't want a crooked lure. Not crooked lure, but a crooked skirt on a lure. Okay? So I'm going to get this straight. It looks pretty spot on. You can see where the blues are. I'll try this camera instead. It looks pretty spot on. Now what this too is I want to make sure it's all even. When I look at it, I want to make sure it's totally flat all the way around. Not one side's higher than the other. So when you gotta tie this, it'll make a bump on you, okay? So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna bring it, depends on the head. Some of these skirts, if it's a thin skirt, I will take this. If it's a thin skirt, I will take the ridge off this skirt and I'll actually put it over the floss of the other skirt. If it's a thin skirt, these skirts are kind of thick, so I'm gonna leave it a little higher. Hopefully I don't get a weird bump over here. I'm hoping. But if they're so thick that if I put it over here, when I tie it, you might have a big bump like this, which I don't want. Let's go. I'm gonna tie it up. I'm gonna put our line on the bottom because I want my knot to be on the bottom. We're on 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is it. I'm gonna tie a locking knot. It's gonna be left or right 3 times. 2, 3. And then you're gonna take the right over the left one time. The surgeon's knot or the locking knot, and that'll lock it in. I use this just so I can get grip because the dental floss will cut your hands. Pull it tight, take it off. We're gonna cut off this excess. Don't cut your knot, don't cut the skirt. There you go. I cut the skirt a little bit, whatever's. Nobody will see that, it's on the inside. Now for the magic. It's done, right? I just have to push it down, okay? Do not, just push it down evenly, okay? You don't have to pull your legs of the skirt or anything like that. Just push it down evenly. And it should come out perfect. So if you look, it lines up almost perfect. I don't have any weird bumps. It has that perfect flow like how I want it to. Perfect flow. Like I said though, it's a thicker skirt. I mean, they're gonna be a little bit bumping right here, but overall it's pretty smooth. You don't see any bumps, and that's smooth, ready to go. The last thing you gotta do, okay? This is the last thing you gotta do. This lure is done. Your legs of your skirt aren't gonna be perfect. You see that? You got a couple different colored skirts coming together. Trim it, make it straight. We use scissors that says lures, because it's only for lures, okay? And we're just gonna trim it and make it straight. That is it. This lure is beautiful, it's done. This is a Morris lure, 9-inch cherry bomb. I have fun, it's out of the ordinary. It's not like making a regular colored head. It's actually lots of fun making all these. So there we go. I'm actually gonna give this head away. If y'all want this head, just comment giveaway and put your IG name, like at so and so. Okay, so I know how to contact you to give it to you. And I'll put the rules in. I'll put the rules in the description. You just gotta comment on the video, and you can win this head. And it's gonna be like 2 days. I'll give it away. We'll make it fast. I don't want people waiting forever. So in 2 days, you can win this lure. All right, 9-inch cherry bomb. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There'll be a fishing video coming up in the next maybe 4 or 5 days with another one right after that, I promise. Stay tuned. As always, tight lines and safe fishing. Aloha, guys. Stay safe out there. Giveaway.